What's up, what's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm bringing us a quick mission guide for the Crown Faction Tier 5 mission from Season 4 here in Season 5, known as Predator. Now, this one is going to be on the more challenging end. However, after watching this video and using this method, it should make it significantly easier, regardless of your skill level, to actually complete this mission. Now, Part 1 asks us to infill solo without any weapons. Now, it's important to note you can go to Vondel, Ashika Island, or Al Mazrah, and it will allow you to complete this mission. But you're going to want to make sure before you actually infill that you don't have any weapons equipped. Maybe if you guys died in your previous run, you probably wouldn't have any equipped. But if you guys have any equipped, make sure you guys unequip these. Make sure you guys turn off squad fill, infill solo, and once you do so, part 1 will be complete. Now, part 2 asks us to kill 3 operators in the same deployment. Now, with this method, it is possible to complete part 2 without eliminating a single operator, or at least you eliminating a single operator. So what I'm going to recommend you do is once you've infilled solo without your weapons, definitely make sure you bring a throwing knife so you can eliminate some AI, getting access to your first couple weapons, obviously, but then you're going to want to go ahead and push an enemy squad. Now, you're going to run over to this squad, and if you actually get eliminated by them, it's not relevant because you do have the option to plead for help, but you're going to attempt to actually join their squad. Now, obviously, you're going to want to have your in-game comms on so you can actually talk to them, letting them know you're just trying to join them. Hopefully they'll let you in. If they eliminate you, hopefully you can plead for help and they'll let you in that way. Regardless, one of these two methods, you guys will join an enemy squad. Then once you guys have actually joined the enemy squad, you want to go ahead and look for other players. Now, the important thing to note here is obviously in a bigger squad, more than likely it is going to be common for you to come across other squads, so it shouldn't be too hard for you guys to come across more players. And in the squad that I actually joined, they were really anxious to snipe at other players, so it did actually make it pretty easy for me to get the 3 eliminations that I need. Now, the important thing to actually keep in mind as well here is that if you guys do eliminate an operator, you fully eliminate them all the way, and their teammate actually manages to revive them at any point, if you eliminate that same operator a second time, it will count as the second elimination. Now, when I did this run with these randoms, I actually tried to do as little as possible in order to actually complete this mission, and so I actually only got 1 single operator elimination, despite us probably getting 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 possible eliminations throughout the match. So the only real important thing here is that you are in a squad who gets eliminations, or you get a couple of eliminations yourself. Obviously, at some point, being able to eliminate 3 operators in that same deployment. Again, I think more than likely, if you guys find yourself in a platoon or a larger squad, you guys could probably even go for a hunt squad contract if you'd like, and everybody will probably more than likely be willing to push that squad and try to go for eliminations as well. But again, once you guys are in another squad and you guys are able to eliminate the 3 operators in the same deployment, part 2 will then be complete. Now, part 3 is going to ask us to extract 100,000 in the same deployment. Now, you actually have a couple of options when you're going for part 3. You could infill with 100,000 from your wallet if you actually have the money to do so, which would then obviously allow you to already have it once you go ahead and join the other squads, but you do want to make sure you have 100,000 at any point when you infilled if you're going to go ahead and do that route. You're not going to go ahead and do that route. More than likely, once you join the squad, anybody and everybody's money in the squad should count, or at least in my run, I actually only had around 9 or 10,000. The rest of my teammates had a majority of the money. I think it does actually choose 3 random people from the squad, kind of calculates the money or adds their money up. And maybe I just got lucky that the 3 that it chose actually had 100K between the 3 of them. Regardless, I was able to actually exfil with the team who had way over the 100,000, even though I only had 9 or 10,000 myself, and it did count knocking out part 3 and completing this mission. Now, the one thing I do want to mention about this mission is, again, I did go in trying to do as little as possible. So I literally went over, found another team, joined their squad. They got a majority of the kills, almost all of them actually, except for 1 that I got for myself. They actually did a majority of the looting, so I didn't end up with much money. Then obviously at that point, I chose to exfil with them. Once we exfilled safely, we knocked out all 3 parts and completed this mission. That's going to wrap things up for today's quick mission guide. Thank you guys for all support in today's video, all support in the channel, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.